So Ben, what is superannuation?
Superannuation is a long-term tax savings vehicle, which is essentially for the purpose of your retirement. What's the benefit of superannuation?
So the benefit really is to save money for retirement, usually post 60, when you can start drawing on that to earn an income. If you choose to retire at that age, that can replace your salary. There's a different tax rate than there would be within your own name. It's generally 15% up until you retire. Once you retire and turn on an income stream, it can be as low as 0%. So that is really a generous system that we should be making the most of if we want to pay less tax over our lifetime. You could also get a tax deduction with some contributions going in. So there's a double benefit there, a double tax saving. How much do you need in superannuation for retirement?
The Association of Superannuation Funds Australia estimates that a comfortable retirement for a couple is living expenses of $70,000 per annum. From there, we can work backwards to understand how much you need in your superannuation fund to achieve your retirement. What are the importance of superannuation contributions?
Super contributions are really important because you're capped at how much you can get in each year. The government realises this is quite an attractive scheme. And the way that you make the most of that is making the most of your super contributions caps. There's two types of contributions. There's a concessional contribution, which is also known as a tax deductible contribution, or a non-concessional contribution, where you don't claim the tax deduction. Ben, what type of concessional contributions are there?
The main one that everyone receives is through your employer. So that's superannuation guarantee contribution. At the current financial year, it's mandated that an employer must contribute up to 11% of your salary into superannuation. You can also elect to have more of your salary go into your superannuation fund through the use of salary sacrifice contribution.
You can also elect to make a personal concessional contribution, which is where you use your own money and then claim that as a tax deduction later in the financial year.
So there are a range of non-concessional contributions that you can make.
Yeah, so non-concessional contributions have a different cap than concessional contributions, and that's generally the reason that people will choose to use them, or if they don't need the tax deduction. The types of non-concessional contributions we have are just a general non-concessional contribution, which is where you can contribute up to $110,000. There's a downsizer contribution if you've sold your home and you want to use the proceeds to go into superannuation. There's a bunch of small business non-concessional contributions. There's also spouse contributions and government co-contributions. So they're generally the two types of contributions that we use: non-concessional with the cap of $110,000, or concessional contributions with the cap of $27,500 a year. Now those caps do keep up with inflation, so they indexed every few years.
One of the really important things is to understand the fees you're paying within superannuation. So there's multiple types of fees, but the two main ones are a fixed base fee, where it is a set dollar amount per annum or per month, a percentage-based fee, which is attached to the percentage of your superannuation fund balance. The investment within the fund is also really important, specifically how much risk you're taking. So are you taking enough risk, too much risk? It really depends on your financial situation as well as your appetite for risk. Does your superannuation fund have insurance, and is there a need for the insurance? And lastly, but really importantly, do you have multiple superannuation accounts? Many of us who worked jobs or multiple jobs when we were younger have built up multiple superannuation funds. So it's really important to assess, is there a need for multiple super funds, or can it be consolidated into the one fund?
Yeah, and generally where you can check to get this information is the MyGov portal. So if you log on to MyGov, connect to your superannuation, you can check your accounts that you have there.
Now, the rules around superannuation, as you can see, are quite complex and very much dependent on your personal circumstances. So if you have any questions at all, please reach out and we can absolutely help you in your situation.